They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. Coming out with it, it's Morris. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you... And the Michigan knee as he stopped at the 14. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. They'll try the run. Across the 25, he's got room.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They're getting this guy lathered up. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, included one, always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Looking for room, it's Edwards. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And after that punt, that's where they'll mark it. It'll be just inside the 35-yard line. Offense set on 1st down. Give to the running back. Powers through the defender. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Tigers will hustle to the line. Off the play fake. Quick completion on the out route. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. He's right on target. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Wolverines have taken it inside the 20. They'll give it to the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to the ground game on the left. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout. And the Wolverines will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And it's third and goal, and listen, you're throwing for it. I get it, but you got to understand the shortness of the field down here and what I can get off quickly. I can't take sacks. I want to give myself that opportunity on fourth down to have a really manageable situation if I want to go for it.
Looking for a man. It's Orji. He's moving out of the pocket. And he's got it! Touchdown, Wolverines!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense just didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field.
Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. PAT unit on the field. And it's perfect. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Bringing it back. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. To throw, it's Orji. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. On the move at the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They're bringing heat. Makes the grab. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Quarterback adapting. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires on the move. Complete downfield. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Turning to the running game on first and goal. And he'll be out of bounds just short of the goal line, but man, are they in business now. They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
On the move, he fires. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Klubnik. Looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Looking left. Fires into traffic. Picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Plows through the defense. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Stands in and takes the hit. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And the Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now...
He holds it in, and nobody's close. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's going to pass. Slings it downfield. Finds a man on the left. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. He'll take a deep shot here. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Tigers. Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. They'll go to the air. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to run it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they liked.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
This could be a major turning point in this game, going for it inside their own 40. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Takes the handoff. It's Edwards. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation now becomes...
Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
28, Clemson, 13.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown lap. He uncorks 1 deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. He's got his man. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Clemson is quick to the line. On third down, going up top. Makes the catch. It's Maffa. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Gets it out quickly. Trucks through the defender. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Michigan, 28. Clemson, 13.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Maffa. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. A new set of downs after the completion.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. With the catch, it's Moore. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the first down. And now on second down for this offense.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Dances away from the heat. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, he'll let it fly. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And the extra point is good. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the Brain Trust will go to work. Buying some time. That's reeled in. It's Edwards. Stumbled to the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On third down, he drops the throw. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. He's got him and they convert. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'll line up for a second down play. Dropping back, it's Orji. A strike downfield. Touchdown Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15.
That makes the score Michigan 35.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 19, set to kick it away.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great.
Lost one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's complete. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle was finally made. Going up top on first down. He wants a big play here late. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game. The rankings, the odds makers, everything indicated that these guys had a big hill to climb. But they climbed it, they got to the top, and they get a landmark win.
And we know coaching staffs always do a great job trying to motivate their own guys and get them ready to play a ranked opponent. But David, to me, it looked like this team just wanted it more. They came out, they were the more physical team, and they did what they had to do at the end of the day to get this win.
Yeah, and how do you gain respect? You want respect. You talk about our team's a really good team. You want to build on that? You beat good teams. That's what you do. You beat ranked teams that people think a lot of. This team pulls off the rank up.